Anthony, we're doing pasta. I've got a question for you in a minute, young man. But before, I have. Before that, let's play an advert from one of our food-related sponsors. They make nice coffee.
Gaff Clothing, handmade in the UK, empowering you to be the best you can be, no matter the circumstances. Be you. Be awesome. Live life. Head on over to dillagaffclothing.uk.
There you go. So if you've got a food-related product, service, or mechanical aids, then let's have a chat. Now I've had a message in here from one of our listeners. I don't know why don't worry if you can't see my camera, Jacob. It keeps turning itself off, but I can still see you. Yeah. Yeah. And basically what he says, if the chef is making pasta, could you ask him what kind of pasta roll should I buy? I don't know what he means by that. Never made pasta before, but going to give it a go on Sunday. Is it easy as it looks? I think he's talking about making pasta.
It is quite easy, actually. Yeah, you can get. I would go to someone like Kitchens, that kind of thing. You can get a pasta machine. Then most of them are pretty good, to be honest. In actual fact, I do have a Facebook group where I'll make a recommend. I'll pop.
Good idea. I like what you did there, sir. Where's the Facebook group? Where does it need to go to?
It needs to go to Burn Out to Bliss, basically. Burn Out to Bliss. Yeah, you'll see it on my profile then. And what we'll do is we'll drop a recommendation.
All right. Can you do me a big favour? Because people are stupid and lazy. Not saying Ross is, who's asked that question. But if you can drop your link to your page on Duggystone Radio Group, it will make it a lot easier for everyone. Is that all right?
Yeah. I'll
right.
do that.
Come on then. Back to the demo.
Yeah. So what we're doing now is we've got the pasta. I think it's ready. It's almost ready, to be honest. So we're going to give it a couple of more minutes now, and what we'll do is we're going to, whilst that's finishing off, mate, what we're going to do is we're going to pop the garlic in then. So 2 seconds, and one of the tricks I've got then as well, right, is I freeze my chili. When I get it and I freeze it, right? Freeze in individual ones, and I'll show you now basically what's happening there. I've just put the garlic in. So one of the things I do is I freeze the chili so it doesn't go off, okay? And when I want to take it out then, all I do basically is take one out, chop it whilst it's still frozen, and then put it in the oil. So you get you still get some of the water in there. Then so it's not dry or anything like that.
Yeah, okay.
What can happen is when you keep chilies in the fridge, they can dry out because the
moisture's coming out.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll pop that up to number 5 now. Get that going basically, and I'm going to let the garlic caramelize then. Whilst we're doing everything else, and it's all a little bit about timing. To be honest, Kirk, it's just you can get your kids doing the whole peeling of the garlic and stuff like that. I taught my daughter when she was 9 how to use a knife. Then that kind of thing. It sounds a bit bonkers, but when you're teaching chefs how to do it without looking at the knife, then pretty sure you can do that with kids, and it's all about the technique. Keeping what I would do. I don't know if you can see this camera. We always cut against this knuckle here.
Yeah. So,
and you're guiding it basically along that knife, that edge. So you keep these little bits underneath, right?
Yeah.
And it's like that. You're going like that. So
for the benefit of people listening on air, basically you're chucking your fingernails bit, the bit that bends where your finger tips out, underneath, and you're using that flat part of your finger to run your knife against, and there's no way you should be able to cut yourself because you're basically just running up and down, are you? You're not going into it, so you're just going up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, mate, cool. And it looks, I'll tell you what, that looks really freaky when you're doing it as well. It looks absolutely brilliant when it's chopping. Fantastic.
I was freaking my friend up the other day whilst I was doing a Zoom chat with her, and I was doing this actually, and she was like, why are you not looking at your knife? And I said, I don't need to.
You shouldn't need to know. It's a bit like when you're riding a motorcycle or you're doing something else. You don't look at the road, do you? Look where you're going. You don't have to, you shouldn't. It becomes, if you're doing it right, you should be fine. I used to be a butcher, as you know, and I sharpen the knives without looking at them. People probably think, how are you doing that? But it's just practice.
All right, then I've got a question for you then. With riding a bike, because I know you love riding bikes and stuff like that. Do you, where your head goes? Is that where the bike goes? Is that what you're saying in terms of? Because sometimes they say that in horse riding.
Yeah, if you focus on something in the middle of the road and you're riding a bike, you'll hit it. So say there's a brick in the road and you're looking at it, you'll end up hitting it. But what you tend to do as well, and it's a bit like life and it's a bit like everything else, a bit like cooking. I'm an advanced rider and you're looking ahead. So normally what tends to happen, a lot of people tend to look at the vehicle in front or the road in front, which is wrong. You shouldn't even be. I took my lad out a bit back and I was on the motorway and I was looking and it was miles away. And I said, see that van down there? I went, which one? I went, that one down there. He went, yeah. I said, that's where I'm looking. He went, you're looking that far away? Because, if I see red lights coming on, if I can anticipate, because a lot of the time I'll say, this car's pulling out now. There you go, he's pulled out. He said, how do you know he's going to pull out? I said, I could just tell. It's all about by his speed. I've been watching him for a bit and I know he's not even indicated he just pulled out in front of me. So, yeah, that's what it is, and where your head goes, and you tend to look where you're going when you're turning. So slow riding as well. I know we're padding here. We're padding, aren't we? Slow riding. When you do slow riding, it's all clutch and brake and accelerator. But basically, what you do, it's not good for the people in radio land. But if I'm going over there, right, and I'm facing forward, basically you turn your whole body and your head over there. And you're looking there, you're looking at where you're going to end up, and your bike will follow that curve. Brilliant. There you go.
We're ready?
We're ready. See, brilliant bit of padding.
So what we've got there basically is we're just going to drain the pasta off now. Right, literally just drain the pasta off really, really quickly.
Yeah.
Try not to throw it everywhere. Right, once it's drained, we throw it back into the oil.
So he's now mixing, people. He's mixing it. He's mixing the pasta with the oil and the chili and the garlic. Yeah.
So what we're doing is just putting that in. Then so what will happen is the oil will coat. It'll go into all the pores of the pasta then as well. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to throw some basil in and let it wilt a little bit whilst it's stirring. Now the great thing is you can even add broccoli to this. So you can add broccoli and boil it in the pasta whilst it boils.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now.
Well, that's dead easy, isn't it? Because you've took a few ingredients. What annoys me, or what I drives me insane, is when people make pasta and they just put the bit of sauce. What you should do is put the pasta in some of the sauce. It doesn't have to go in all the sauce, but then because then you're coating. Otherwise, you end up with naked pasta.
Exactly. Yeah. And then what we've got then basically is what I would also do then after is just if you like a bit of cheese, I would put some pecorino over that. So if you can see it.
Yeah, it's a bit bright, but I can sort of see it. You might have to, your lighting's a bit. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Yeah, sound.
I'm your glamorous assistant.
Yeah, I know. I've got all the best looking people.
Burrito, yeah.
Never trust a skinny chef. I'm not saying they're casting aspersions, but never. Right, on that note, bombshell, I'm going to play a track and we'll come right back.
We're going to leave that one right where it is.